7 Stoic relationship goals every man should master. Most men sabotage their relationships with the one person they want to be close to. And they do it slowly, day by day, without even realizing it. You try to control her, to fix her problems, to manage her emotions, and it always, without fail, leads to the same place: frustration, conflict, and the feeling of her slowly pulling away. You think you're being a good partner, showing you care, but what you're actually doing is pushing her away. You become just another item on her to-do list, another source of pressure in her life. This path, the path of control, is a dead end. It's the path of emotional exhaustion, of constant anxiety, of watching the connection you cherish just wither and die. It's the source of that nagging voice in the back of your head asking, "Why isn't this working? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do." But here's the hard truth: you're not. You're playing a game you can't win because you're trying to control the one thing that will always be outside of your control, another person. But there is another way. There's an ancient wisdom that can free you from this struggle. It's a philosophy born in ancient Greece, then stress-tested in the Roman Forum and on the battlefield by emperors and generals, men who needed to be unshakable in the face of absolute chaos. It teaches you to stop managing her and start mastering yourself. It's the key that transforms you from a man who is reactive, needy, and controlling into the unshakable, centered man she can't help but be drawn to. This is the path of Stoicism. Today, we're not talking about abstract philosophy. We're breaking down 7 Stoic relationship goals that will give you this power. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about learning to command them. It's not about being distant or aloof. It's about building a foundation of inner strength so solid that the storms of a relationship no longer shake you. They reveal you. If you are tired of the frustration, tired of the conflict, and ready to become the man your relationship needs you to be, then stay with me. The transformation starts right now. Goal 1. Master emotional regulation through rational response ***. All right, the first and most critical goal. You have to become the master of your own emotional world. Most guys operate in a state of constant emotional reaction. Your partner is distant, you react with neediness. She's upset, you react with defensiveness. She criticizes you, you react with anger or by shutting down. Every single one of these reactions is a crack in your foundation. It signals to her, and to yourself, that your inner peace depends entirely on her mood. It makes you unpredictable, unstable, and ultimately, unsafe to be vulnerable with. This is a huge mistake in modern relationships, the belief that you must react to your partner's emotional state. This belief turns men into emotional slaves. Your happiness is tied to her approval. Your calm depends on her mood. This dependency is not attractive. It's a burden. A woman doesn't want a man whose emotional state she has to constantly manage. She wants a rock. She wants a man who can stand firm in the storm, not a man who becomes part of it. The Stoic solution is rooted in one of the philosophy's most powerful ideas, the dichotomy of control. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it best: some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are body, property, reputation, whatever is not of our own doing. Her mood is not your doing. Her feelings are not within your power. Her past traumas, her current stresses, her hormonal shifts, all of this is external to your direct control. The man who doesn't get this will burn himself out trying to change the unchangeable. He'll argue with her feelings, try to reason her out of her anger, or desperately try to fix her sadness. And he fails every time, growing more frustrated with each attempt. The Stoic man knows this is a fool's errand. His focus isn't on controlling what's happening outside of him, but on mastering his response inside. He knows that the event itself isn't what disturbs him, but his judgment about the event. When his partner expresses frustration, he doesn't immediately make it about himself. He doesn't think, "She's angry at me. I failed. I need to fix this now." That's the response of a child, not a man. Instead, the Stoic man creates a pause. In that critical space between her words and his response, he uses reason. He asks himself, what's really happening here? Is this a threat or just an expression of emotion? What is actually in my control right now? How can I respond with virtue, with wisdom, courage, and self-control? Maybe the wise response is to just listen, to be a calm, validating presence without needing to solve anything. Maybe it's to give her space, recognizing her emotional state is her own to process. Or maybe it's to ask a calm, clarifying question. The specific action matters less than where it comes from. It has to come from a place of rational choice, not knee-jerk reaction. Mastering this one goal transforms every single interaction. Imagine she comes home from a terrible day at work, tense and irritable. The reactive man gets defensive. What's your problem? Why are you acting like this? I didn't do anything. He makes her stress about him. The stoic man, however, stays a calm center. He observes her state, recognizes it isn't about him, and gives her what she actually needs, a space to decompress without judgment. He might say, "Sounds like you had a rough day. I'm here if you want to talk." And then he lets it go, returning to his own inner peace. He is an oak in the wind, not a leaf. This isn't about being cold, it's about being strong. It's the difference between a man who adds to her chaos and a man who provides a refuge from it. Which one do you think she wants to come home to? Goal 2. Cultivate self-knowledge and personal integrity ***. The second Stoic goal is to know yourself so completely that the relationship becomes an extension of your life, not the center of it. One of the fastest ways men sabotage relationships is by losing themselves. You get into a partnership and slowly, piece by piece, you dismantle your own identity to fit what you think your partner wants. You drop your hobbies, neglect your friends, and put your own life's mission on the back burner. You become a chameleon, hoping that by just being agreeable, you'll be loved. The exact opposite happens. A man without a center, without his own purpose, is a man without gravity. He becomes a satellite orbiting her life, and that dynamic is the breeding ground for contempt. When you sacrifice your own integrity, your values, your mission for the sake of the relationship, you're sending a fatal message. You are more important to me than I am to myself. That's not a message of love. It's a message of weakness. Stoicism teaches that a man must first build his own fortress of character and purpose. Your relationship with yourself is your primary relationship. All others are secondary. This isn't selfish, it's necessary. A man who hasn't done the deep work of self-examination, of identifying his core values, his non-negotiables, and his life's mission, can't be a strong partner. He will constantly look to her for validation and direction, putting the burden of his own identity right on her shoulders. Cultivating self-knowledge is hard work. It means you have to ask yourself uncomfortable questions. What do I truly want from my life, separate from anyone's approval? What principles will I live by, even if it costs me a relationship? What is my purpose, the work I'm here to do? A man who can answer these questions operates from a clear internal compass. His decisions and his boundaries flow from a place of authentic conviction, not from a fear of being alone. This is the essence of what people call frame. A man with a strong frame has his own reality, his own values, his own direction. A woman can feel this. It makes her feel safe. She knows who he is, what he stands for, and that he won't crumble under pressure. He can invite her into his world, rather than desperately trying to fit into hers. He leads his own life, and the relationship becomes a beautiful partnership where two complete individuals choose to walk together, not two of us clinging to each other for a sense of self. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote about retreating to his inner citadel. This wasn't a physical place. It was a fortress in his own mind, built on his principles. He could go there to find peace and clarity, no matter the chaos erupting around him. Your personal integrity, your mission, that's your inner citadel. It's the source of your strength. When you have this, your actions change. You don't cancel important plans with your friends at the last minute because she's in a bad mood. You don't abandon your gym routine or your business goals because the relationship gets demanding. You integrate her into your life. You don't obliterate your life for her. Here's the paradox. The more you're willing to lose her for the sake of your own integrity, the less likely you are to actually lose her. A man grounded in his own purpose becomes magnetic. He has a life she wants to be a part of, not a life that's just waiting for her to give it meaning. Goal 3. Practice unconditional kindness within healthy boundaries, ***. The third goal is to master the delicate balance between kindness and strength. Society gives men a false choice. On one side, you have the nice guy. He's endlessly accommodating, avoids conflict, and just gives and gives, hoping his kindness will be returned. He usually ends up resentful, taken for granted, and walked all over. On the other side, you've got the caricature of the alpha male. He's cold, dominant, and uses a lack of kindness as a show of power. He usually ends up alone or in a relationship built on fear. Both are failures of character. The Stoic path is a third way, the way of the virtuous man. A Stoic practices kindness not as a transaction, but as a reflection of his own character. The Stoic virtue of justice says you should treat others with fairness and respect, not because of what you'll get, but because it's the right thing to do. Your kindness is unconditional in the sense that it doesn't depend on her response. You're kind when she's loving, and you're kind when she's difficult. Your kindness is a function of your character, not her behavior. However, and this is the critical part most men miss, unconditional kindness is not unconditional acceptance of bad behavior. Stoic kindness is practiced within strong, healthy boundaries. While you control your action, the choice to be kind, you don't surrender your standards. You can be kind and firm at the same time. You can say no with compassion. You can walk away from disrespect without being vengeful. This is how you escape the nice guy trap. The nice guy's kindness is conditional. It's a covert contract. He thinks, if I'm kind to her, she'll be kind to me, respect me, and love me. When she doesn't hold up her end of this unspoken deal, he becomes bitter. The Stoic man has no such contract. He's kind because that's who he's decided to be. At the same time, he has clear boundaries rooted in his self-respect. He knows what treatment he will and will not accept. If his partner is consistently disrespectful or dishonest, he doesn't meet this with rage. He responds with virtuous action. He communicates his boundary calmly and clearly. For example, when you speak to me that way, I feel disrespected. I'm not going to continue this conversation while you're yelling. I'm going to step away, and we can talk again when we can both be calm. See the difference? He's not controlling her. He's controlling himself. He's not punishing her. He's protecting his own peace and upholding his standards. In extreme cases, if a relationship consistently violates your core principles, the kindest and strongest action might be to end it. A Stoic man has the strength to walk away from a situation that's fundamentally broken, and he can do it without malice. This combination of unconditional kindness and firm boundaries is incredibly powerful. It shows you're a man of high character who respects both himself and others. You're not a doormat, and you're not a tyrant. You are a just partner. This balance prevents the two great poisons in a relationship, losing yourself and losing the connection. It lets you love fully, while knowing your self-worth is secure no matter what happens. Mid-roll CTA. If this is resonating with you, if you're tired of the old way that just leads to frustration, then you're in the right place. This isn't just relationship advice. It's a fundamental shift in how you operate as a man. If you're ready to choose strength over struggle, self-mastery over the need to control, then take a second to subscribe to this channel. You're not just clicking a button, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're joining a community of men who are choosing to build an unshakable life. Now let's get into the fourth goal. Goal 4. Give space and respect autonomy. The fourth Stoic goal requires you to fight one of your deepest instincts, the urge to fix, manage, and control your partner. This urge often comes from a good place. You see her struggling, and you want to help. You see her making what you think is a mistake, and you want to protect her. You believe you know what's best, so you try to impose your will for her own good. But when you do this, you're not treating her like a partner. You're treating her like a project. You're disrespecting her autonomy. This behavior, no matter how well-intentioned, is poison. It creates a parent-child dynamic, where you're the all-knowing father and she's the child who needs guidance. This is the opposite of attraction. No woman wants to be in a relationship with her dad. It suffocates her, creates resentment. Stoicism teaches a radical respect for an individual's own path. The Stoics understood that every person has their own lessons to learn. Your role as a partner isn't to prevent her from ever stumbling. It's to be a source of strength she can lean on if she chooses to. Your job isn't to clear the path ahead of her, but to walk your own path with integrity right beside her. This takes huge courage and trust. It requires you to accept that she will make choices you disagree with. She'll have hobbies you don't understand. She'll hold beliefs that differ from yours. The controlling man sees these differences as threats. The Stoic man sees them as a celebration of her individuality. He gets that a true partnership isn't about two people merging into one. It's about two whole, sovereign individuals choosing to build a life together in a shared space. In this shared space, decisions are made together, not dictated by you. Conversations are a real exchange of ideas, not a lecture. The future is a team effort, not your top-down directive. Giving space isn't the same as being indifferent. You should be interested in her life. You should offer your opinion when she asks for it. But you have to let go of the need to control the outcome. You have to respect her final decision, even if it's not the one you would have made. This is liberating for both of you. It frees you from the exhausting and impossible job of managing another adult's life. It frees her from the suffocating feeling of being controlled. And this freedom is what allows real intimacy to grow. When she feels that you trust her judgment, respect her intelligence, and honor her autonomy, she'll feel safe to be her true self with you. She'll be more likely to ask for your advice because she knows it's an offer, not a command. Think of it like this. A gardener doesn't force a flower to bloom. He doesn't pull on its petals or yell at it to grow faster. That would destroy it. Instead, he provides the right conditions: good soil, water, and sunlight. He trusts the flower's own nature to do the rest. In your relationship, you're the gardener. Your job is to provide the conditions for growth, stability, trust, respect, and freedom. Then, you have to have the wisdom to step back and let her bloom in her own way. This respect for her autonomy is one of the greatest gifts you can give her. Goal 5. Align actions with shared values and justice. The fifth goal lifts a relationship from being a simple arrangement to a true partnership of virtue. It demands that you look beyond your own immediate comfort and constantly check the relationship through the lens of Stoic justice. For the Stoics, justice wasn't just about courts. It was a personal virtue, meaning you act with fairness, integrity, and for the good of your community. In a relationship, your community is the two of you, and justice demands you act in a way that serves the health and fairness of that partnership. Most relationships don't fail from one big betrayal. They die a slow death from 1,000 small injustices. One person always carries more of the emotional load. One person's career is always prioritized. Decisions are made by one person instead of two. Chores are divided by lazy habits, not by fairness. Over time, these small imbalances build a mountain of resentment that crushes the connection. A man chasing this Stoic goal doesn't let that happen. He proactively works to create fairness in the relationship. He doesn't wait for her to get resentful and complain. He leads with justice. He asks himself the hard questions. Am I really listening to her? Or am I just waiting for my turn to talk? Is the division of labor in our home actually fair? Or is one of us carrying an unfair burden? When we make big decisions, are we working as a team? Or am I just manipulating things to get my way? Am I contributing my fair share of emotional support? Or am I just taking it? Answering these questions honestly takes courage. It means being willing to be wrong. It means being willing to change your behavior when you see it's creating an imbalance. This isn't about keeping a perfect 50-50 scorecard. Life isn't like that. Sometimes one partner has to give more. Justice isn't about perfect equality every single moment. It's about a long-term commitment to equity and mutual support. It's about making sure that power and effort are distributed in a way that feels right to both of you. This shifts your mindset from what am I getting to what can I give. The difference is profound. It means you take out the trash not because it's your turn or to avoid a fight, but because you're a contributing member of the team. You listen to her talk about her day not as a chore, but as an act of partnership that strengthens your shared life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." This is a perfect metaphor for a relationship. An action that only serves your ego at the expense of the partnership ultimately hurts you. 2. A man who prioritizes his own comfort over the health of the beehive will eventually find himself with a collapsed hive. When your partner feels that you are genuinely committed to fairness, that you're on her team, it forges a deep, powerful trust. She knows you have her back. She knows you're not just in it for yourself. This sense of justice is what turns a fling into a life partnership. It's the bedrock on which you can build a future, knowing you're both working toward the same goal, a relationship that is strong, fair, and built to last. Goal 6. Develop presence and mindful communication ***. The sixth Stoic goal is to master the art of being fully present. In our world of endless distraction, presence is a superpower. Most people are in a state of mental time travel. You're either stewing over something that happened in the past or anxiously worrying about the future. You're physically in the room with your partner, but your mind is a million miles away, scrolling your phone, replaying a fight from work, stressing about bills. This state of absence is a silent killer of intimacy. You can't connect with someone who isn't even there. And she can feel it. She sees it in your glazed-over eyes when she's trying to talk to you. She hears it in your generic, aha responses. This lack of presence screams disinterest and disrespect more than any words ever could. It tells her that whatever is happening in your head is more important than she is. When this happens over and over, she'll eventually stop trying. Why would she share her vulnerabilities with a man who's only half listening? The Stoics knew the immense power of the present moment. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to focus only on the task at hand and to do it with his full attention. As a man in a relationship, one of your most important tasks is to be present with your partner. This isn't passive. It's an active, deliberate choice. Developing presence means when you are with her, you are with her. Phone away, TV off. Your focus is on her. This is most important when you communicate. A Stoic man practices mindful listening. He's not just waiting for his turn to speak. He's not building his counter-argument in it. This level of presence is a rare and precious gift. In a world that's constantly screaming for your attention, giving someone your undivided focus is one of the deepest expressions of love and respect. It creates a space of safety where real communication can finally happen. Presence also goes beyond just conversation. It's about appreciating the relationship as it is right now, not constantly comparing it to some fantasy future or a perfect past. So many men destroy their own happiness by obsessing over what the relationship should be. We should be more intimate. We should go on more dates. She should be like she was when we first met. This is a battle against reality. A Stoic practices gratitude for what is. This doesn't mean you don't want to improve things, but it means you find the good in the now. You appreciate the quiet moment on the couch. You're grateful for the small act of kindness she showed you. This focus on the present grounds the relationship in appreciation, not dissatisfaction. The Stoics also knew the power of silence. Sometimes, the most present thing you can do is just be there in silence. When she's overwhelmed or grieving, your calm, steady, silent presence is more comforting than 1,000 empty words or a frantic attempt to fix it. It communicates solidarity. It says, I am here with you. You are not alone. Mastering presence is a daily practice, like building a muscle. Put your phone away when you get home. Before a conversation, set one simple intention. My only goal is to listen. The more you do it, the more you'll see that the quality of your attention determines the quality of your relationship. Goal 7. Accept reality and adapt with equanimity. The final and perhaps most difficult Stoic goal is to fully embrace reality and to adapt to it with a calm mind. This means accepting a fundamental truth. You do not own your partner, and the relationship is not guaranteed to last forever. For many men, this idea is terrifying. Their entire sense of self-worth and happiness is so wrapped up in the relationship that the thought of it ending feels like their own destruction. This fear is the source of the most toxic behaviors: jealousy, possessiveness, desperate neediness, and emotional manipulation. A man who is terrified of losing his partner will, ironically, act in ways that are guaranteed to push her away. He'll check her social media, question her friends, and demand constant reassurance. He's living in perpetual fear, and this fear makes him weak, controlling, and deeply unattractive. He's a man in chains. Stoicism offers freedom from these chains through a practice called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of future evils. This isn't about being a pessimist or dwelling on negativity. It's a rational exercise in building resilience. The Stoic man periodically and calmly contemplates the potential loss of the things he values most: his health, his wealth, and yes, even his relationship. He does this not to create anxiety, but to destroy it. By mentally preparing for the possibility of a breakup, he robs that possibility of its emotional power over him. He asks himself, if this relationship ended, what would I do? How would I carry on? How would I use this to grow stronger? He reminds himself that his core identity, his purpose, and his ability to live a good life exist within his own character, not in someone else's possession. He would be in pain. Yes, the Stoics weren't robots, but he would not be destroyed. He would endure. He would adapt. This practice creates a profound inner freedom. When you know, deep down, that you will be okay no matter what, you are free to love more purely. You're no longer acting out of fear. You can love her for who she is, not for the security she provides you. You can give her space and respect her autonomy, because your survival no longer depends on her staying. This acceptance of reality is what the Stoics called a more fati, or a love of fate. It means accepting all of it: the good, the bad, the beautiful, the painful. Relationships change. People grow apart. Life throws curveballs. The man who fights this reality, who demands that things stay the same forever, is a man at war with the universe. It's a war he will always lose. The Stoic man, however, learns to adapt with equanimity. He moves with reality, not against it. If the relationship faces a challenge, he sees it as a chance to practice courage. If his partner changes, he seeks to understand the new reality instead of clinging to the old one. And if, despite his best efforts, the relationship ends, he accepts it with the same grace he accepted its beginning. He grieves, he learns, and he keeps walking his path, knowing his worth was never tied to the outcome. This is the ultimate source of strength. A man who isn't afraid of the end is a man who can be fully present for the journey. He is free to give and to love without the poison of fear. This is the unshakable man. He is a partner, not a possessor, a source of strength, not anxiety. He has mastered himself, and in doing so, he has mastered the art of the relationship. Conclusion and CTA. So there you have it. The 7 Stoic relationship goals every man must master. This isn't a list of quick tips or manipulation tactics. This is a blueprint for a total transformation. It's a shift from the frantic effort to control her to the noble work of mastering yourself. Let's recap the path. 1. Master your emotions. Become the oak, not the leaf. 2. Know yourself. Build your own fortress. 3. Practice kindness with boundaries. Be a man of virtue, not a doormat. 4. Give her space. Treat her like a partner, not a project. 5. Act with justice. Build a fair and equitable us. 6. Be present. Give her your full attention. And 7. Accept reality. Free yourself from fear so you can truly love. This is not an easy path. It requires daily practice and the courage to choose what's right over what's easy. But this is the path to becoming the man you were meant to be and the partner she truly desires. An unshakable man, a centered man, a man whose peace comes from within and can therefore never be taken from him. Which one of these 7 goals hit home for you the most? Which one do you need to start working on right now? Drop a comment below and let me know. Your journey inspires others. And if you're committed to this path and ready to put in the work, comment Stoic Strength to declare your intention. Thanks for investing this time in yourself. Don't forget to like this video if you found it valuable and subscribe for more on building an unshakable life. Until next time, stay strong here to Stoical Mentors.